That's it. What's going on, everybody? You are back here on Islandish Podcast. I am your lovely host, your girl Yams, and we're here on episode number 2. We are here with none other than Mr. BahaMag himself. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Yams. Thank you for having me here.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Now, before we get into it all the way, explain to them what BahaMag is and how me and you even get to know each other, because that's a key part of the story too.
So BahaMag is basically a Bahamian magazine. We have digital and physical printing where we expose or highlight Bahamian entrepreneurs and trendsetters, not just in Freeport, but the Bahamas at large. How me and you connect?
Now we connect, and we have to send a big shout out to my girl Emranique.
Yes, the co-working day group.
Yes, the co-working day group. Her company is eSocial Marketing. Y'all make sure to check it out. But she started this co-working day thing. Her and Brianne and a few of them just decided to put this flyer out saying, hey, if you want to meet other business owners and you want to network, if you
Form
just starting out, right, basically forming a community. Jamie in the WhatsApp group, I in the WhatsApp group, and sometimes every now and then we throw like little questions in there just to test the temperature, like how we feel about certain influencers, why it's so hard for certain businesses, what trends on social media even make sense.
Yes.
So we ask all of those questions, and me and Jamie just click, because we connect on a lot of different topics. I have to give you a big shout out because he did put Islandish in the latest edition of
3.
Yes, that's issue number 3, right?
Issue number 3.
So y'all make sure to check it out with BahaMag. So, Mr. Owner, what made you start this Bahamian magazine to begin with?
All right, so I'm going to speak from my personal experience. I was given the opportunity to go on 3 different islands, and I was by myself, no family, no friends, and it's basically me making network from scratch.
Okay.
And one thing that I noticed that a lot of people who I came in contact with, they're very poor in communicating or making a system, making a network. So I wanted to be that person to really tap into the entrepreneur field because I'm a young entrepreneur coming up, a budding entrepreneur. So I wanted to tap into that field and provide people with a platform where they can feel free to really express themselves and showcase their business to the best of their possibilities.
Okay, awesome. Because I know in your magazine you feature small businesses, you feature Bahamian artists, fashion, models, a whole wide array of things. So what would you classify your magazine as? Is it a fashion mag? Is it an info mag? Like what exactly? Or you don't want to put yourself in a box?
I don't want to put myself inside a box.
Okay.
I feel like there's more you can actually do, you can accomplish. So I just trying to really move with the time. As the time change, then we can implement new changes and add on some more stuff into the magazine, and
Okay.
So I'm not gonna put myself in no box.
Right.
No small box. Not
I know
now.
how that is too, because even with me owning Islandish, a lot of times I didn't want to like box myself in. I didn't want to say, okay, I only used to female girl products because I'm a girl. Like sometimes I'll even rope in my boyfriend, buy someone beard oil and use the beard oil on him. So I don't want to limit what I say. So I completely understand you with not wanting to put it in a box. So my other question, I feel like some of my listeners would want to know this too. A lot of people feel like things like magazines, newspapers, that type of, I guess, material and media is starting to become obsolete.
Yes.
But I know you have a digital side to it. What do you say to people who feel like magazine advertising or being in magazines is starting to become like not a thing?
I mean, that's true with the times. As we're changing in 2024, we don't really have much people reading physical copies no more.
Right.
Because we're so tech savvy now, the generation is changing with the technology. So I wanted to provide a platform where you can still read a physical copy and still have a digital copy. So the digital copy is $5.
Okay, that's not bad.
For one magazine. But if you're getting all 4 for the year for 2024, that's $20, which still ain't bad.
Okay, so you do issues, I'm assuming quarterly?
Yes,
okay,
quarterly
so
issues.
every year it'll be 4 issues,
Yes.
and they can just buy all 4
One
or even
time.
pre-subscribe for it before it comes out.
Most definitely.
Okay, that makes sense. So how do you work on like distribution when it comes to the physical side of your magazine company?
I am trying to pair up with a Bahamian printing company within Nassau.
Okay.
I haven't really fully tapped into it yet.
Okay.
We're still trying to really make some connections and work things out. So as soon as I can get them on board fully, I can be able to distribute the physical copy more towards storefronts, and my target is to get it on the airplanes.
No,
That's my target.
that's definitely
So,
where it needs to be for real.
Yes.
Because sometimes I don't read over that, how to put on the vest. I read that over and over, and it's like, I already know how to do this. But I just want something in my hand, because the woman is telling you don't have the earphones in and be paying attention to her.
No phones.
So I get it. I completely understand. So with that being said, Islandish Network, I need y'all to do your thing. Y'all have my boy. He said he looking for a publisher. It don't have to be in Nassau, because we's the family island podcast over here. So any publishers, this is an excellent company to get plugged into, because I honestly have seen the quality of it. No disrespect to you, I was not expecting it to be that. It's like, oh shoot, Jamie, trip out. If you see my section, like get issue number 3, the section with Islandish, that look, I already have that highlight on my website, high key, like that look polished.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, that look A1, like that could be literally up there with Vanity Fair. And I ain't boosting you up just because you was my friend. I literally said because it's a good look for my business. So I would encourage, especially for music artists. I think you had a music artist, a Bahamian music artist featured in the 3rd issue along with me. Tell me a little bit about her.
Okay, so that's Mama D. She's a part of the Keeping the Vibe Alive within the Nassau Incorporation of Music.
Okay.
And she's been singing for a while now. She's a part of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, or
I think probably the pop band.
One of them.
Okay.
But she's an up and coming artist, and she's been actually doing a thing, and I'm like watching. I'm like, okay, girl, do your thing, mama, do your thing. So I see her music coming out more, and then she's doing some doublets for DJs and stuff like that. So I just try to recommend people to really continue and push yourself, and especially entertainers, because that's the field that I'm known more in.
Okay.
So I try to push my entertainers to do more with their talents.
Okay, wonderful. Trust me, we can get on that entertainers topic later. But let's stick on BahaMag. So for people who probably want to get featured in your magazine, whether it's an ad or they want a whole spread about them, how would they go about getting in contact with you for something like that?
All right, so you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. You can reach out to me on Instagram. You can reach out to me on my email. Any of your social platforms that you can find to use to reach out to me on, you can. We have different packages that accommodates your business. We have promotional experience where you want to just promote an ad. You can do that. If you want to have a feature story, we can discuss that more, so we could have your business featured in the best possible light. Okay.
All right, yes. So that makes a lot of sense, and that's kind of like what I try to do with Islandish. You try to give businesses that don't have that reach, that don't have that network, a network that you already have. Because networks crossing over into one another is literally what networking is all about. And like you said in the beginning, a lot of businesses have a hard time putting themselves out there.
Most definitely.
Yes. So regarding that, I knew you were recently a part of UB Ignite, and you graduated from their cohort. You did the pitch competition, and you won some money. Clap up. Because people just have a lot to say about these programs and different things that they have for entrepreneurs like yourself, and saying, they don't pick people from the family islands.
They don't work.
Right.
Oh, they ain't giving us no money for real.
Right. All these different things. But you participated in it, and you actually won. So talk to me a little bit about that experience with going through the UB Ignite program and getting into the pitch competition.
Well, first of all, thank you so much to the UB Ignite team. They've worked tirelessly to make sure we had that sourceful information. They didn't really have to give us that.
Right.
People will actually pay for informations like that. So we have the legality with financials. We have business marketing, business setting up, like stuff like that. So it was kind of good, and it's possible to actually take notes and keep those for not just your personal development, but your business development also. So it was really good. The art of pitching competition was an experience.
Right.
That was an experience. Listen, everything could have went wrong for me.
Went wrong.
But I know it was a bigger outcome from it. So I appreciate my trials and my tribulations, and I just try to turn the negative to a positive experience. Even if I can't see the positive in something negative, then I still try to really be positive.
Yeah, silver lining. Good things coming later on. You actually placed second, right? In the pitch competition. Kudos to you. And kudos to Miss Watson from Mammogram Access Program. She placed first, right?
Yes.
So big ups to her. October coming up. Hey, Miss Watson, hit me up. You gotta come on the pod to talk about mammogram. So it's definitely good to see and hear, and it's probably encouraging too for people who want to sign up for these. So with the UB Ignite program, was it 100% free? Did you have to fill out any paperwork? Like, what exactly was it on the signing up side of it? Was it quick?
Well, when you sign up, you really had to really go into depths about your business and what you wanted to learn from the program, because it's more of a assessment of yourself, and It was kind of long, a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
You know, no disrespect to you, but it's kind of long.
Yeah, they get a lot of information.
Yes, they do. They do tend to get a lot of information from your business, but it's for a better purpose. So it was good.
Okay,
and it's free. You know, Bahamians, you like FREE.
Add an extra E on the end. Definitely. Definitely. So, because I'm a part of it right now, and going through it and seeing the different lecturers each and every week, and also interacting with the different classmates and people who from different walks of life, different businesses, and it's very much more interactive than a lot of the initial Zoom classes, because the whole learning through Zoom thing, that kind of just happened because of COVID.
Yes.
That's the only reason we really dive so much into it now, and a lot of businesses and programs decided to keep it because the Bahamas is an archipelago. It's a lot easier to just have a bunch of Zoom classes
instead of meeting up in person.
Right. So that's what makes it a lot more productive, and I get that. But being a part of it, I can really see where it's more beneficial. I can see the difference because UB is an educational institute.
Yes.
So the persons they are lecturing, they aren't just leaders in their field. They also have a little bit of education in them too. So they know the things that actually work and stuff like that. So moving on to BahaMag and the magazine and the things that you have planned, could you give us a little sneak peek into what you're thinking of doing for issue number 4, what you're looking forward to, what are some of the things that you have started working on for that issue?
Well, I haven't started working on issue 4 as of yet. Reason being is because I try to give myself a space to really get my mental capacity sorted out after working so hard on putting the features together, putting the pages together, because everything that I do it for myself.
Okay.
I do it by myself.
All the graphics,
pages, everything I do by myself.
Okay.
Literally, I have no team right now to actually help me.
Okay.
So everything is me staying up at night, me working at work, because I don't just work home, I work at a company. So it's basically me trying to multitask and do everything that I can do one time. But I can't really give out no information on the 4th issue, the last one for the year. Just stay tuned for it, because we might have a little surprise up in there.
Okay. Well, you give me a little something. You have a surprise for issue number 4. So we give me a little bit.
Not too much.
Right. So as an entrepreneur who has a full-time job and also trying to grow and emerging and going to be, in my opinion, a very thriving business, how do you juggle the two? Because you already said you try to take time between each issue. But what are some other things you're finding that you probably need to implement or that you have implemented? Take your time.
Now you've done it.
You got to think. I can
because
you with the questions.
It's not easy to really juggle your business and work.
Right.
A 9 to 5 at the same time. It's not easy because your manager is going to be like, you're not taking your work serious.
Right.
You're not dedicating yourself to the work, because when you're working for people, they want you to be full on working for them.
Yeah, they want you 100% focus.
For you to really say, okay, I'm going to come to work, and on my lunch break or on my free time, I'm going to work on something different. It's going to be kind of hard. But I would just say, take your time. Do your research when you're trying to get into a business. Do not rush it. Because sometimes we rush into a business and not knowing not counting the cost. Exactly, not knowing the full aspect of a business and starting a business as an entrepreneur. So it's kind of hard, but do your research.
Yeah, I agree. So, because in my opinion, some of the mistakes a lot of persons, especially who want to start new businesses, they feel like, I just need to make the Facebook page, have the logo, make a couple of flyers, and then I'm ready to start swinging, buy a little bit of inventory for maybe the first 3 months. And I tell people all the time, it's like, that's not even step 1. Step 1, in my opinion, is doing research. You have to do your market research. A lot of times people start businesses or start ideas because they feel like no one else doing it. But it's like, no, it's just that no one doing that right now. So it's really important to do market research. And one of the things I like about BahaMag is like you're solving a problem.
Yes.
Like there aren't a lot of Bahamian magazines that give young artists, young business persons that type of spotlight and platform to be in printed media. Like that's a step up that a lot of people usually don't have. And it probably gets to a point where you could go online and Google it, search engine optimization. You pop up in a magazine that looks good on your business and on your company. So with that being said, I tell businesses all the time, persons who I know asking for consultation, the most important thing you need to do as a business is do research, and on top of that, solve a problem.
Yes.
And it has to be a problem that is a consistent problem. It can't be, or I just give massages. A lot of people don't get massages each and every month.
Not even that. You have to know your audience, your target audience. People just feel like, okay, I solving a problem, but who is your audience?
Right.
Who are you targeting? Like, who are you aiming to reach out to?
Exactly.
So I found that to be a challenge when I started, but now that I am actually within the business and having the experience that I have with entertainment, now I know that you could actually reach out to your target.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not hard. You just have to sit down and take the time to research.
Okay, so what type of social media marketing or marketing in general do you do as it relates to BahaMag?
Okay, so marketing in general for me with BahaMag, I try to really be active on the social media a lot. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's hard to really balance work and personal life because I try to also keep my personal life personal. I always tell people you don't really know me when you see me at work. And when you see me in business mode, it's a totally different person.
Yeah.
Because people just feel like, okay, Jamie, you're so stupid, man. You're crazy. Like,
yeah.
You know, but
silly.
I just try to make access of the social media platforms to the best of my possibility and my ability, actually. So.
Okay. I like that. So right now we're going to go to a quick commercial break and then we come back. Because you've been talking a lot about this entertainment circle. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit and some more things. So y'all keep it locked right here.
Where you going, mate?
To go buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown with the Genesis Street Girl.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
Yes, you guys are back right here on Islandish, the Family Island Podcast. This is your girl Yams and my guy Jamie, owner of BahaMag. If you want to chime into the conversation, you could give us a call at 352-TALK. That's 352-8255. And we're going to get back into this conversation. So, you was mentioning being in entertainment. What exactly do you mean by that? I don't want to spoil it. I want you to just say it.
Well, I am a vocalist. I do sing. Mm-hmm. So, and I work as an entertainer full time, just saying.
Okay, so which groups or persons have you worked with in the industry thus far?
Well, I've had a chance to really sing with Fanshawn and the Island Breeze Boys and what is it called? The Deep South Island Boys. The Deep South Island Boys. I had a chance to sing with them a few times at the arena and a couple other restaurants and bars. So it's been really good. And I had the opportunity to really sing tonight at Gombe, actually.
Okay.
So me, Sharada, and Miss Angel M. So if you're in Freeport and you're not there as yet, definitely head there now.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on at 7:30. So
yes.
I'm a luck for y'all.
Good. Amazing. So with us talking about that, and I'm happy that you are in entertainment, because one of my biggest, I wouldn't call it issues, one of my biggest struggles is trying to understand why Bahamian music and the Bahamian market hasn't broken that glass ceiling, in my opinion. Because if you look at like Afrobeats went from being an African thing to now they win in Grammys and things like that. So I think I could be wrong, but the last major Bahamian group I know to win like a Grammy was
Bahamian.
Who Let the Dogs Out, and that was from time immemorial. So what is your opinion as an entertainer? What is probably one of the hurdles Bahamian artists go through?
I would say exposure. We don't really have much exposure, and even when we do have exposure, it's chum money. Like singing is actually a skill. I don't know if people know that, but singing is a skill. So
Definitely.
you would have to really train yourself. You have to change your diet. It's a lot of stuff that comes with you singing. That's like as if you're looking at a dancer and comparing a dancer to a singer. It's completely different.
Right.
But it's hard.
I agree. So, because we can get into this topic and we may hurt some feelings, but I can get into it for real. I gotta be honest, because in my opinion, because having done events, like I've gotten invoices for bands, I've had to get invoices for Bahamian artists, I've had to do these things to people in entertainment, and it's always like, okay, this one charging me this, but I could see why. Like, your song was ringing all summer, your song's been ringing for the past couple of years, I get it. But then someone who just coming out, you know this ain't their full-time hustle, You know there's something else charging me almost the same amount as that, you know? So when it comes to that, what's your personal opinion? And we ain't trying to hurt no feelings. We just having a conversation. Personal opinion.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're doing this to me.
You gotta be honest. Like, I can put you on the spot.
I mean, even me too, like, I see myself trying to target a high price, but at the same time, like, everybody, we just like money.
Yeah.
Let me be real. We just like money.
People have needs.
Bahamians like
and
money.
they basing it on that.
Yeah. We just try to really, like, let's say, like, okay, if it's for something big, like an international stage, then we be like, yeah, we can charge you.
Right.
If it's something small, they still can try to charge you.
Right.
Because they want that money.
Right.
So.
Right. I get that. Because even with me as an MC and as a host, what I would charge, and this is just me being straight up and honest, what I would charge the children's home, or what I would charge a preschool or a high school who or me host their graduation, that won't be the same thing I'll charge someone who doing a destination wedding or a corporate event. That's not even the same bracket. And what they want me to do and what they expecting ain't the same for what a corporate booking is expecting. So I understand
and sometimes they want you to do it free.
Right. Right. But I completely understand it, because if you want an international stage, international cameras, you have to do certain amounts of prep, practice, sound check, all these other things, get more equipment, better equipment.
Can't eat certain
shirts,
foods.
All these things. As y'all get new shirts and stuff like that because y'all want to look good. So I understand what you're saying on that end. So my other question as it relates to that would be, who are... Boy, I can got you get in trouble with this for real. Who are some of your favorite Bahamian artists to see perform? Right now, 2024. I ain't talking about last year or 4 years ago. I'm talking about right now in 2024. Who was your hitters on your top? At least give me top 3.
5?
If you got
Why
give me
3?
You can give me 5. Give me 5. Be nice. Give me 5.
I would have to say my first one would be Sherrod Taylor, because that was a person that mentored me into the entertainment field when I first started. So he's one of my first choices. My second choice would be Sweet Emily.
Okay.
Veronica Bishop.
Got that. You only got 2 left. Because you riddling these off like you have so much options.
Fanshawn.
Okay, that's
Fanshawn is great.
You got 1. Make it count.
Man.
You got 1.
I think every artist is looking up to D-Mac right now.
Okay.
D-Mac, yeah.
I can give you that. I can give you that with D-Mac.
I was trying to play it safe.
Yeah.
I was trying to play it safe because I didn't want to call a certain name and then it'd be like...
Hold on, you ain't even mentioned, Bahamians. One thing about y'all don't give no slack. But you're entitled to your opinion, and that's who you like, and probably based on who you've worked with as well.
And that's only for Bahamian music. We also have like other entertainers who don't really deal with Bahamian music under the Bahamian genre, but I have a few other good artists, not just in Freeport, but in general.
Okay. And sticking on this entertainment topic, one of the questions, because I even had this argument in the salon before, they feel like all Bahamian artists aren't Bahamian artists. It's exactly what the girls say, right? But I help her explain it a little bit better.
We're Bahamians.
Exactly.
We're
She's
Bahamians.
trying to say all Bahamian artists don't make Bahamian music.
Because everybody is unique. They have their own unique value, their own unique proposition.
So she'd say, for example, she wouldn't give rappers like Wiz, like Bank Savelli, like, Killer Fang. She wouldn't classify them as Bahamian artists because they rap. But really and truly, I still would call them Bahamian artists because Rihanna is a Trinidadian artist. You wouldn't call her an American.
Yeah.
Because she an American and she makes that known. No, she ain't from Trinity. She from Barbados. Correction. Sorry. I think about Nicki Minaj. But yeah, like even on that side of it. So how do you feel about that in terms of the differentiation? Like, should Bahamian artists only be persons who play Bahamian music? Or it should be any Bahamian who is in music?
That's you putting us in a box.
Okay, good point.
Because what if I want to change my genre and say I don't want to do Bahamian music full time? I want to tap into pop or something like that.
Gospel.
Yeah, like especially the music being secular and then you change and it's going to gospel. It's a huge.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah, so it's a different outlet if you're trying to really classify a Bahamian artist as someone who is strictly on Bahamian music.
Okay.
I can't say like I fully agree with that. You have to give people their rightful respect. Like, you are a Bahamian artist, like you are a Bahamian talk host.
Yes.
So it is what it is.
I agree. That's a good point. Because sometimes our conversations get a little bit heated, especially when, like how I asked you to rank your top 5. You didn't mention anyone outside of who was perform Bahamian music, which isn't bad.
That's why I
entitled to that.
said. That's why I said what I said afterwards,
Right.
because I don't want you to be like, okay, you just focus on Bahamian music.
Right,
You know?
but when you think of Bahamian artists, a lot of times our mind goes straight to
Bahamian music.
Bahamian music. Artists who make that kind of music. But they're all Bahamian artists, and they're all good, and they're all doing some really, really good stuff. The ones who are here in the Bahamas and the ones who are abroad.
Yep.
Because the ones abroad, some of them really killing it as producers, backup singers, songwriters. They're doing some really amazing work. Hope to have some of them on the podcast soon as well. So, Jamie,
Like next week.
yeah, like next week. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, and with you getting ready to perform at somewhere like Gombe, what do you think goes into preparing to go onto a stage like that?
I would say performance takes up a lot of emotions. We use up a lot of our emotions. So I would say definitely meditate, pray, pray. Because anything could go wrong. Especially on a stage, anything could go
Slip and
wrong.
fall, get wrapped up in the chords,
Listen,
sound check, go bad, mic pop out. Electrocution.
Everything, listen, anything could go bad. So I would say pray. I would say drink a lot of water.
Yeah, hydrate.
Not the clear liquid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know,
Actual H2O.
actual H2O.
Yeah, not
because
the-
alcohol dries out your throat if you're a singer. You should know that. No pepper food, no dairy, no cheese, none of that.
Yeah, that has been my problem as a host right now. I like pepper, I like cheese, all
Everybody
these
like
different
a little
things.
spicy something.
Yeah.
We all like something spicy.
Listen, them flaming hot Cheetos has been the double lose for me right there.
Mine's just Doritos.
Every time. Every time. Okay, so I really appreciate you talking on that though, because sometimes a lot of persons who are in that entertainment era, they don't want to have these type of
Yeah.
conversations and be honest and have this honest, open.
Because it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
dialogue. So even when it comes to being a Bahamian artist, because even having conversations with people I know in the industry, they say the hardest thing is trying to even be an artist full time. You don't get compensated
Yep.
enough, and the cost of living is so high that even trying to put your full time effort into it, it gets very difficult, and you could barely make ends meet sometimes initially straight out.
Let me tell you something that someone told me when I first started to really get into this field. They told me, say, okay, you can be an entertainer and work at the same time. It's going to be hard.
Right.
Because you're going to have to request days off.
Right.
Just to perform. And it's I don't know, but I would prefer to work and still entertain because you're not guaranteed to get a buck.
That's true too. That's
You're
true
not
too.
guaranteed
It's
to sing at the
seasonal
show.
sometimes.
Yeah, so especially in the Bahamas, we have like seasonal period. We have regattas. We have
Yeah.
Gombe. We have Independence. All
Yeah.
of them stuff. So you ain't guaranteed to get booked on every stage. Every stage you ain't gonna be up on. So
Right.
if you do get booked, take it as a blessing because it's an
Right.
opportunity. So
Child, I know about that even when it comes to hosting. Is be a time period where it just is go quiet. People
I
getting ready
think
to go back to school.
everything has a slow season.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, we only
Everything.
dealing with our children, making sure our children have uniform. We ain't really trying to party too much right now. We ain't really need no host right now. So I understand you when you said it's very, very seasonal. So do you think that's one of the challenges that a lot of Bahamian artists face, which is why they probably go to other countries or sometimes even shift from Bahamian music to a different genre?
I would say that is a problem. But not really. I wouldn't. To me, it ain't really much of a problem.
Okay.
But it is a problem. To a lot of people, it is a problem, but to me, not.
Okay. So you're trying to say like some people could take the licks and keep going,
And some people
some
can't.
people just can't.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's like someone telling me, say, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen.
Yeah,
but at
pressure
the
bust
same
pipe.
time, yeah, like, if you know you could do it, you could handle it, just handle it.
Yeah, that's almost
pushing.
like even piggybacking on our original topic. We were talking about even being an entrepreneur. Boy, I think I can't remember what class or something I was in this year where someone said it. They said, you know, all us can't be entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
Someone got to be the staff.
Not everyone has that capability of being an entrepreneur.
Right. Someone got to be the employee. Someone got to wait for someone at some point. All us can't decide, all right, everybody want to start a business.
But everybody, I would say the perspective, everybody only really want to start a business because everybody wants to make money. Everybody want to have that feel of, okay, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, I have my own business. I don't have to work for someone.
Right.
But at the same time, you still have to work for someone to have money to invest into your business.
That's true.
So
yeah, I
it ain't gonna
agree.
be sunshines and rainbow every day.
Yeah. It can be those hard days. But I think one thing in terms of when it comes to finances that we don't really talk about a lot here in the Bahamas is investing. Investing your money, because you don't have to be the boss, but you could have invested interest in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Invested interest in a plaza, in a
true.
building. Whereas like, all right, I don't own it, but
You still could sell it.
I give
Not
them a
even sell it,
certain
you could
amount of
rent.
money.
Yeah,
right.
you could rent it out and
I give them a
fix it
certain
up.
amount of money to help them finish bill it or help them get it open. So now at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, they always have to cut me a certain percentage of their earnings based on what they earn that month. Or
And you have a lot
quarter.
of people coming up inside the salons and estheticians.
Yes.
They are looking for a lot of spaces actually now, and there's not really much spaces in Freeport to say hosting like braiders and stuff like that. There's not much.
Yeah, it's only a few salons that's saloning. No offense.
And we have a lot of damaged buildings. Like, purchase the buildings, fix it up, rent it out.
Money go far when you work together and really come together. But we're going to talk about that a little bit more, as well as co-working day. So you guys keep it locked right here to Islandish Podcast. You guys are back here at the Islandish Podcast. A complete pleasure having you guys here, talking with us and enjoying this amazing conversation. I am here with Mr. Jamie, owner of BahaMag. And right now, in this part of the podcast, we're going to get into our co-working day group, as well as the importance of networking and actually trying to get there together and not solely by yourself. So I know how I end up joining the group. How did you end up joining the co-working day group?
I can't really remember, to remember, I can't really remember. Oh, no, I actually do remember.
Okay, because I know you have a story. All of us have a story.
I actually reached out to Em and I was like, are you so-and-so? Like, is this you? Like, is it really you? And she was like, yeah, that's me. Like, where you know me from?
Right, because she'll ask you that.
She'd be like, where you know me from? And I'm like, well, I know you through so-and-so, and I know you do this and that. So that's how I really got into contact with Emronique, and it's been an amazing experience actually communicating with her. From the co-working day, I feel like we need a community in the Bahamas, not just in Freeport. We need a community because we look at each other as competitions,
right,
especially business owners, and it shouldn't be like that.
No.
It shouldn't be a competition. Oh, this person could do makeup, but I better than her.
That don't make no sense.
I could learn from you.
Yeah.
You could teach me.
Most definitely. And
we could all grow.
You ain't can be available for everybody all the time. Like, if you already have a booking for a certain time, you might as well give that booking to someone else. But how I ended up joining the group, because I did see the flyer and I told I was going to come out to one of the co-working days. But, of course, y'all know my schedule is rescheduling.
I ain't see you yet.
Yeah, so I just say, you know what, just add me to the group and I can be there in spirits, and if I available, I'll pop through. But for the most part,
The group is good though.
Yes.
The group is good because you actually communicate inside there.
Yeah. I talk a lot. And we do share a lot of information. We share each other flyers. No, it ain't just you.
I thought it was me.
All of us is talk a lot in there. We have paragraphs, long voice notes, talking with each other.
Flyers.
Yeah. And really encouraging each other too. And sharing a lot of information in that standpoint. So even looking at that and looking at how she was able to start something like that. And I think we even talked about this one time in the group. Do you feel like these networking events and empowerment events, they just scams sometimes, or they actually just be productive? Be honest. Because I can be honest too with my answer.
Why are you doing this?
I want you to be honest. I
feel like after I come off this podcast, people are going to be like, Jamie, pew pew.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine. It's just words.
In a way, I feel like it's beneficial for certain aspects of having events and social and networks for entrepreneurs. It's beneficial, but fully to really have on that hands experience, no.
See, he was saying it the nice way. Majority of the time, people just be scamming y'all. I can be completely honest.
Because they only want money.
I can be completely honest. And the only reason I say that is because, and I being 1,000% honest, you can't want to have a co-working or networking kind of event or social if your network isn't huge.
Yep.
And when I say huge, I mean Grand Bahama Port Authority huge. Like every business has to go through the Grand Bahama Port Authority to operate and have a business or have a storefront here in Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Yep.
That's why when they have mixer events, certain people are always going to go,
Yeah, go.
because they have invested interest in that company and that corporation. So even like the Chamber of Commerce, like some of the Rotary clubs, those organizations, some of those members are people who have key invested interest
SPDC.
in those organizations. They work for those companies, so you know they are going to be there.
Yes.
And that gives you a good networking opportunity to actually talk to them. And because, like I said, they have invested interest, they come in there open and willing to talk to people. So it ain't just, oh, you have an event, you invite some of your friends who you know or people who you know to come here, but they only come here to support you and to buy a drink. They ain't really want no one talking to them.
Let me tell you something.
You know?
The major corporate business not gonna invest in you if you're not investing in yourself.
Big facts.
They're not going to.
No, it's
If
not going to happen.
if they're not seeing you actually putting in the work, why are they gonna invest money into you?
Right. I agree. And someone even told me this. Yeah, I think my best friend, Preston knows photography, big up yourself. He even gave me some good advice. He said, Yamis, before you go to these networking events, sometimes you need to revise your social media or update your website.
People
So it
be
has
watching.
something, right, so
They
there's
be
something
watching.
new on it. Because if you tell them, hey, my business is Islandish, or I do this, I do that, they're going to Google your name, or they're going to look at your Facebook page. And if you haven't posted nothing since 2022, like, you ain't serious. Like, what you
Yeah.
mean you had this mixer event?
No consistency.
Right, you ain't post nothing. The phone number you have listed wrong. You ain't even at that
From
store.
last 4 years ago.
Yeah, the store location wrong. Last thing you promoted was Boujou concert, but it was 4 years ago. Like, all these different things like that, you have to take into consideration, and it comes with making mistakes, though. That's a big thing too. So even
That's
with
just life.
you,
That's life.
right? With you going to events like that, and even with you having to do the pitch competition, how far or how much preparation or how far out of your personal? You even mentioned you like your personal to be personal and your
Yeah.
business to be business. So how far you had to put yourself out there to market and promote your business?
The people that actually knows me, they know that I can be crazy, but I'm also shy. I'm
Okay.
also antisocial a little bit. So for me to actually say, okay, take myself and put myself in these positions where I have to be in the limelight, or I have to be at a social event or a networking event, I have to do it.
Right.
Because that's the point of me starting a business. You have to put yourself at the forefront.
Right.
Sometimes we don't really want to be seen, but at the same time, being an entrepreneur, you have to put yourself in the viewer's way.
Right.
You have to show them, like, hey, this is my business. This is what I do. This
Right.
is what I offer. This is the target I'm going to reach. So that's how I do it. That's how I look at the outlook of it.
Yeah, and even with you being in the UB Ignite classes and me being in it as well, one of the things they tell us about entrepreneurship and branding and different things like that is that you have to be able to tell a story
Yes.
with your business. And no one can
Not
tell
a
your
less.
story better than you as a business owner. Like, you know the journeys you've been through with the company. You know why you started it. You know why you care or why you're passionate about this and how you got to build this brand or this company or this product that you're providing. So with that, you have to be able to put yourself in the forefront. You can't want to be like, oh, because that has happened to me all the time with Islandish. Like, yeah, it's a promotion company and I want to do promo for you, but I can't promote your company all the way for you. The investors or people who want to work with you, they will want to meet you and they will want to talk to you. So how I could be there with all this high energy, talking about how amazing your company and your brand is, and
But
then
you ain't bigging up yourself.
and you come in the room whispering.
Yeah.
They can barely hear what you saying. Like, oh yeah, my name is, yeah, but she can tell you everything. Whatever she say, go with that.
Let Brenda tell you.
Yeah, no, you have to either match my energy or be able to at least, be at least halfway there. And I understand that comes with experience and practice. So with you being someone that's shy, what are some of the things you have done or the lessons you've learned or mentors you've had who have helped you to kind of break out of that shyness or that anxiety?
I would say practice.
Okay.
Practice talking, not just to yourself, but ask your friends. Not to be biased, because friends can be like, oh yeah, girl, you sound good. Yeah, boy, you doing a good job. But ask them to be brutally honest, because sometimes when they be brutally honest, it actually is for growth.
Right.
It's to help you to benefit yourself.
Right.
Or better yourself. So I would say practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
And that's another thing what I'd say the mixers and the mixer events a lot of people have are really good at. It forces you to step outside your box and be like, okay, now talk to at least 5 people and get their business cards. That's one of the things I try to tell some of the businesses that I work with. Like, hey, just go to this event, get 4 business cards, and be able to come back and tell me something about the person who gave you the business card. And also give them yours. So that is a very important thing. So when I talk about preparing before you go to mixer events, it's things like that. Update your social media, update the websites, have your business cards ready.
Don't be afraid to have your business flyers.
Yeah, have your business flyers, little small, little postcard ones. Don't get the big paper one. The little small one would look like a party. No little party flyer they stick on your car all the time. Get one of them small ones. People can fold it now, put it in their pocket, put it in their purse. Little easy.
Listen, I have a crazy idea of something that I want to do so bad.
What is it?
But
I like
don't
crazy
know yet.
ideas.
Like, I just want to print a bunch of QR codes on a sticky, almost like a sticker, and I just want to print the QR codes and just go around Port Lakaya and place them.
Oh, listen, that's a thing. Like, people do that. Like, I'll give you a great example. We did that. I shouldn't say but we did that for even the Art Lukaya event where they have the QR codes next to each picture. You scan the QR code, you can see the price, information about the artist, all the time. They try to neglect that. Like, I don't print flyers no more. I just can post it on social media.
Print them flyers.
Sometimes you're missing out on your biggest clients because you ain't have that flyer right there in that wash house with on the corner around by where you live. Just ask them to put it up. It's a little bit of dirt.
Listen, if I could put a business card in cereal boxes, I was going to put them.
Put them in one Kentucky box. All right, then. Listen.
The only reason you can't do is because you could get arrested.
Right.
So
That's all.
Don't try that.
But listen, printed people like things in their hand, and a lot of times, especially women, I know for me, even my mommy, you'd have things in your bag, then you shake open your bag, be like, oh goodness, I forget. This person give me this. Let me give them a call. I almost forget both.
But not even that. Like, the time is changing so much where you have business cards, you could just tap it on your phone.
Yeah, I have one of them too. Big ups to Blink. Yeah, like you could just scan it.
Exactly.
And you won't even have
you just have to put the card next to the phone and it goes straight to the website.
Yeah, but sometimes I telling you, and people just don't want to realize this, but I can big up to my senior crowd. Everybody who getting that wonderful NIB pension, they just have money. They just be willing to spend, especially if they have a business, and they can tell you, you ain't got no business card, or if you put your number in my phone, I ain't gonna remember. But if you give me business card, it in my hand, I can see it.
Do both.
Yes, that's my entire point. Because I think because we're so influenced by the U.S. And by pop culture and with technology and everything that's going on, we forget that the Bahamas 5 and 10 years behind everybody. It's 2024 now, but in Freeport, we still in 2019.
That's true.
Some people still paying you around here with check.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Like, some places, they still only just pay their co-workers cash. They don't even link to their bank accounts. All of these things are very realistic, and there are some people around here who still don't even have a card.
That's true. Let me tell you, the only reason I get to using my card a lot is because I went off the island.
See?
When you're on them islands, you have to use your bank card. You have to, because you can't bring no cash.
No.
You know cash there?
No, like some places in Nassau too, they be like, oh no, the entire building cashless. Yeah. So I don't know what you can do. You need to put it on your card. And that's just the way it is. Even some airports in the U.S. still like that. When you come in, they have the machines right there where you can get the temporary swipe card. You just load up your money into it. They give you the card, and then you could use that amount for whatever you do it.
My parents stay around me for that. Jamie, why don't have money in your wallet?
Yeah, see?
Like, what I need money for if I could just go to the bank and swipe?
See, that is
go to the store, swipe.
But like I was saying, like and that's the reality of it, a lot of our family islands, and remember, this is a family island podcast. A lot of the family islands are either underbanked or they literally do not have banks at all. Period. And you're missing out on that market when you don't take that into consideration. Yeah. They don't have internet access. I mean, no shade to none of the... But that's just the reality. That's the reality. It's bad. Certain areas and certain communities, like, it's dead zones. I just been to Abaco. I gotta go Long Island and them other ones soon again. But when you there, it's like... Some places, they be like, oh, no, we only is dealing cash. We ain't got no card machine. And they serious... And the next ATM, like 4 hours away. They ain't joking.
They ain't got no ATM at all. They ain't got nothing.
Or if the ATM
no ATM. You have to travel to Nassau just to get your service done.
I was in Abaco earlier this year. ATM was done. The boy told me, he's like, oh, I messed that ATM. Ain't gonna have no money until probably next week, Wednesday. You already know what you can do. You can need to go on cash. You need to go in Western Union it to yourself. I say,
let it
what?
be a good event coming up too. What?
He said, what you mean Western Union it to myself? But he's serious. He ain't joking. Like, and that's just the way, that's just the truth of the matter. So that's just to talk about the different challenges and things that we don't want to come to realization with as entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And now with marketing, sometimes you have to do all. You have to do both. You can't just only one be digital. You gotta be in person too. We can go to our last commercial break, and then we come back, we can start to do the wrap up here on Islandish Podcast.
I'm Flynn Daxon from Nose Witness News, reporting live from Sniper Paintball City. We're here with the manager, and he's going to tell us a little about what they have to offer.
Daddy, I got this at Sniper Paintball. We have paintball, cornhole, mini golf, batting cage.
Strike!
That's not a strike.
So come on down every Saturday and Sunday to Sniper Paintball City, located next to Crosstown, where you and the family can have a great time.
See you at Sniper.
Yes, we are back with Islandish Podcast. It's been so much fun having you here with me, Jamie.
Thank you again.
Talking all about BahaMag, co-working day, the entertainment business, as well as some of the things we go through as young, growing entrepreneurs. So as we get ready to wrap this up, what do you see in the future for BahaMag? Other than, I know you say being in the airplanes. we done speak that into existence. God can provide that. So, other than that, what are some things you're seeing?
Well, of course, I'm gonna tap into more of a podcast, only because I'm inspired by her also.
Hey!
You know, I'm gonna tap into podcasts also. It's a lot of stuff I want to do, but I just can't really say right now because, you know, you just have to manifest and really sit and ponder on what you want to do with your business and where you want to take it.
Right.
So I just allow time to be, to flow how it wants to flow. You know?
Okay. Sometimes you don't have to have everything all figured out.
Yeah.
I learned that too in business. Sometimes
I
you
move
just
with
have
life.
Right. You just have to have the next step. You don't have to know all the steps. But I just know this what I got to do next. And once I know the step, what I got to take in front of me, the next one can reveal itself.
Exactly.
And that's okay too, because I tell businesses that sometimes as well. It's okay not to have it all figured out initially. But once you already know, hey, this is my business, this is my brand. The important
thing is to start. That's the important thing, to start it.
I learned that in college. Big ups to COB, Corp Life. UB is new, but it was Corp Life.
No, Call of Duty.
Yeah, COB, you know? Corp Life. That's what it was. And like that's one of the things they told us at Freshman Orientation. That's something I always took with me. The saying was, remember why you started.
Yes.
So that's something that I carried through my college experience. Now I carry it through my entrepreneur experience. Because some days it gets really, really hard. I know you mentioned all you used to do everything yourself, child. I feel the same way. Big ups to Superior Talk, taking some of this load off of me. But it really does get difficult as an entrepreneur and as someone who's trying to run a business. You have to remember to make the flyers and you have to post the flyers and you still got to get clients and you have to do the work for your clients. And it just gets to be a lot. But what I am going to ask you is, when are you going to expand to staffing? Because you know you can hire me, and I can hire you.
I actually gave myself a 2-year target.
Okay. That's
because
good.
This is my first year. So hopefully after next year or by next year, I'm going to expand on staff.
Okay. That's good. Because a lot of people just don't realize. I think, oh, Lord, what the woman say it's called. I don't remember. Sorry, she can around me. I supposed to put that in my homework for the UB class. But it's a word they call it.
I know what you mean.
It's a word they call it when, as a business, you're afraid to expand when you could see your business growing. Like you get into that point where it's like, you need to hire staff, but you hesitant to make that next step.
I think it's also because you know what you want or what you expect from your business and the quality you should have it at. So I think that's my biggest challenge because I want to look for someone who's going to be able to do the work that I do it too. But I can't find somebody to do it to my level because everybody has their own unique way of doing their work. So all I can just say is, like, Just give them a try. Give them a try.
Yeah.
I can give them a try.
Yeah,
for sure.
you gotta do that, man. Because I know I'm like that
ready
too.
to learn graphics?
Yeah, listen, I just make my own graphics. Listen, don't sleep on me. I just do a good job, in my
We
opinion.
starting tomorrow.
see, now this gonna be job number 1112. I hope. But Jamie, it's been a great time talking with you. Before you leave, let them know how they could get a subscription for BahaMag and how they can get in touch with you to be a part of your amazing magazine.
All right, so you can reach out to me on WhatsApp at 824-9830, or you can find me on Instagram at Fyne, FYNE, _graphics.BHS. Or you can find me on Google, bahamag.org.
Hey.
That's the website. You can find me on Facebook, Jamie Fynes, and I think that's about it.
Wonderful. This is my guy. I always love connecting with young entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs who are doing something different. Because I feel like with me doing radio and podcasts and then with Islandish, this isn't your typical promo company. It's completely different what I try to offer and what I try to build. And even with you with BahaMag, it's not just a fashion magazine or travel or fisheries.
It's an experience. It's an experience.
It's an experience. Yolanda, that's the
That's
logo.
so crazy. That's so crazy because I said that in my pitch competition. I was
Yeah.
like, it's not just a magazine, it's an experience. So.
I love it. Trust me, turning through those pages, it is a complete experience. You really get to deep dive into each of the different brands, businesses, and
People.
artists that you're featuring, and you get some really in-depth questions that are really helpful, and also let you have a better appreciation for the brands and the companies. So I give you amazing kudos. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm humbled
Thank
that you
you,
featured
thank
me
you.
and Islandish in issue number 3.
Of course, anytime.
I'm looking forward to issue number 4, and hopefully next year when I expand, because trust me, I know where Islandish can be in the next couple of years. I trying to aim for Islandish tours and excursions. I see where we can be, having boats, planes,
I'm a boat.
tour buses, on the different islands. Bring back island hopping,
I ready.
Trust me, I just dream big.
I need an outing now.
I know, right? Ready to book. But that's definitely it. Has been a wrap right here on Islandish Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribing to Superior Talk. We go live each and every Thursday as much as we could. Next week, we're going to have a new guest, someone completely different, but also just as fun. Make sure you're also connecting with Islandish 242. If you weren't able to catch this episode in full, it will be posted on the Islandish YouTube channel tomorrow. So as always, y'all keep it locked right here. Don't go nowhere. This is a Family Island podcast, and we can always keep it Islandish.